what's caused me to wait so long to show you this game. Because this is actually a pretty good retro game that, hell, came... I was going to say it was 86 or 7. I didn't realize it was 85, so definitely before either of us were born. But I can tell you this from experience. It's a pretty damn good early NES title. I think it was one of the original 30 black box games too, but this is probably one of the best early titles I've played for the console, and maybe one of the overall best ones for it in general. And we're both going to play it though.
Yeah.
Because conveniently there is a 2-player mode. I don't know what the difference between game type A and B is, because I think I just did A before. But yeah, so, and I'll go first just to show you how this works. B kicks, A punches, and that's all you... And, oh yeah, and up jumps. And all you do is just fight off these endless swarms of ninjas. So see, not too complicated, right? Until this dude comes out and starts throwing knives at you. Oh, and you don't want to let them get you though, because then they'll do that. Because then they'll hold on to you and somehow drain your health. Don't ask me how that works. But yeah, they never stop, so you don't want to either. No, get away! I'm not gonna die after beating the boss. And see, that first level didn't even take that... It's not a long game. Because the older games really weren't. But this is one that kind of, you know, flew by me as a kid for sure. And I would have loved this game as a kid. Oh yeah, now we have falling pots, falling stuff. Damn it! I hate this level. I think it's your turn now.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, you saw what to do. All you have to do is just punch, kick, and just keep going. There you go. Like I said, it's not a hard game. It did take me more than one try my first time to beat it, but I maybe beaten it like 3 or 4 times since then. Come on.
This game sucks.
You think everything sucks. Oh, they hugged you to death.
This sucks.
Damn it. I hate those pots. Oh, and they can hurt you on the way down, too. This is a problem. Come on. I can do this. No! I can do this. I know I can. No. Ah, stupid snakes. So, did the pots finally stop?
What's with the little guy?
I don't know, like, what's he gonna... He just grabs your leg and holds onto it and drains all your health.
The leprechaun.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh! Everything's just chasing me. No, I'm doing... Okay, did better that time, though. Oh, yeah, and the whole goal is to save your, I guess...
Sylvia from Mr. X.
Save your girlfriend from Mr. X.
And your name is Thomas.
Yes. You're a kung fu expert named Thomas.
What?
Haven't you ever heard of...
Not a good name for a hero.
What, you don't like...
Thomas.
Now, why is Thomas not a good name for a hero?
It just doesn't sound heroish.
What about Isaac?
See, that's better, but... Fucking Thomas.
Yes, Thomas. Get away! Motherfucker! Get away! He's just gonna be obnoxious, wasn't he? Oh, let go.
Jeez, about the odd one out.
Yeah. Ah! Leprechaun's trying to hug my leg.
Leprechauns, you just had a big fucking beefy dude in a white tank top and some khakis.
Yes.
Generic movie villain.
Yeah. Well, he's not Mr. X. Mr. X is on the top floor. Here they come. Oh, shit.
It's the Hunchback. for some reason, throwing snakes at you.
Damn it!
Snake in the face.
Bam! Yeah, he has this sack full of snakes. And you know they're gonna be pissed off because they've been in the sack the whole time. No! No! Get away! Get away!
Those slow-moving cheese.
Yeah, pretty much.
He kicked off his head.
Yeah, but... Ah! Damn it! It's like, fuck you!
That was a good shot.
What, just going low? Fucking ass. Okay, well now that I have a better idea, I feel like I can do this.
That was funny.
What, that he flung a fireball at me?
It's not a fireball, it's a snake.
No, it was a What, you didn't see the fireballs? And only now do you find out who you're trying to rescue, though. Just bound to a chair, very poorly, with poor rope. It's like that
An
old...
entire leg, she could usually just stand up.
You know, it's like that old the old Dover Boys cartoon, if you've ever seen that short, where the girl is captured and yelling for help, but every time the villain comes near her, she kicks the crap out of him.
That was funny.
She's like, help, help, and then every time he gets on her, she just...
And then at the end, she ended up just saving herself.
Pretty much, and it's funny. Damn it! Okay. I'm not trying to jump. Then again, I can't believe I'm referencing an old cartoon that you've seen. Because that's one that I don't... Ah, come on!
Yeah, she ends up driving the villain crazy to the point where he just turns her in.
He
He wants the heroes to save him from her, yeah.
No, 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 no! No! No!
Go!
Well, they keep trying to kill me! Oh, I guess you get an extra life at 50,000. Because I heard a beeper go off, but I'm like, my time's not low. No, I didn't even jump! Damn it! Look, this controller is definitely a bit fussy for sure.
Told you!
Oh my god, really?
It's not just me! I told you that controller sucked.
Well, I'm using the other one too. I'm not using the one you were using. Is this chick even worth it?
Probably not.
I mean, really, you're fighting off this endless swarm of... Would they still be ninjas if it's kung fu that they know?
I don't know, I don't think so.
Well, what would they be considered then?
Are there kung fu people?
They're kung fu people.
I don't know what they're called. Usually ninjas don't they do like jujitsu or something? Or ninjutsu, whatever.
It's something like that, but... Kung fu, would that be...
Jitsu.
Would that be monks who know kung fu? No.
Some monks do know kung fu.
Then, well, they don't look like monks, so... I don't know. I don't know what they would be called.
I guess these are just people who know karate who are trying to stop you in a movie villain.
Yeah, pretty much. Generic movie villain. It reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where Sandy had to fight her way through the karate dojo. All because the guy was selling, what, timeshares or something?
That was a scam to get people to listen to his timeshare and
Buy some timeshares.
rent the dojo, yeah.
And then he tricked Squidward into thinking it was, what, Clarinet Island?
Yeah, he changes up the gimmick.
Well, it worked. You would think you would
To
change
get
it.
people to buy timeshares on the island.
Well, you think you would change it to a gimmick that, you know, more than one person at a time would be interested in. Because if you noticed, only SpongeBob was interested in the karate. Squidward's interested in the clarinet.
That's because he thought he was the king of karate.
Which he's not.
He thought his little ego inflated,
No.
and Sandy knew otherwise, just trying to tell him that no, it's not.
No, you are not the king of karate. Get away! No, SpongeBob is not that. The only thing he's the king of is fry cooking. That is about it. And maybe jellyfishing. As long as he has Old Reliable, of course. Because you know he can't catch a single jellyfish without Old Reliable.
Like how parents are saying that SpongeBob is a bad role model because all he does is work at a fast food chain for little to no pay.
Yeah, but he's happy in his life, so...
Yeah. If you're happy being a line cook or a fry cook, then that's just what, you know.
And plus, in all fairness, it doesn't seem like he has to pay rent. It doesn't seem like...
They don't pay bills or anything, so...
Got him.
I don't know how electricity works in Bikini Bottom.
No, because they're underwater. And hey,
They have TVs and shit.
Hey, Patrick made the comment, "Hey, SpongeBob, if we're underwater, how is there a fire?" The fire
And
made
they
it.
did the same joke with the gorilla.
Why is there a
he rode
gorilla
off underwater
on a horse?
in the sunset, and then the guy in a horse costume.
It made no sense. I'm not afraid of
That's
going
a faux
out.
pas. Well,
I'm not afraid of going outside anymore, but I am terrified of gorillas.
well, my number one argument: cartoon characters are not role models.
No, and if you think so,
A role model should be a real, tangible person.
like maybe a sports athlete or something.
I wouldn't even do sports athletes because most of them are bad role models.
Well,
most of them are.
Well, some of them are good role models.
Well, most of them do the drugs and they beat the shit out of their wives. So.
Well, like what about boxer Muhammad Ali? I would say he was a good
Yeah, but as I said, he was like 1 in a million, so there hasn't been the next Muhammad Ali or anything like
No,
that.
and I don't see Conor McGregor as being a good role model.
No.
He's good at what he does. He's just not a good.
Yeah.
Oh, they ran. It's Mr. X.
Oh no. So you see, like, put up your dukes.
Put up your dukes. Ah. No. Damn it. Yeah, he's tricky.
Wow.
Good thing I stocked.
Foot to the face.
Good thing A, I stocked up on lives, and B, this floor is not that long. Oh,
Cartoon characters are not role models. You need to take them and actually go see some theatrical shit or something.
Well, it's like how people are also saying, oh,
Get them to get into sports or something.
it's like how they're saying, oh, Beavis and Butthead are bad role models. It's like, again, they're not
They're
people.
not role models
not.
at all. They're cartoons. They're not supposed to be role models. Cartoons are supposed to do things that you can't do in life. That's the definition of a cartoon. None of it is real, but we find them funny and enjoyable because they do shit that we can't. You know?
I hate this guy. I hate Mr. X. He looks so unassuming, but he's like the greatest karate master, kung fu master.
The same thing happened with Foamy.
Who the hell?
He was getting fan mail by angry parents writing in response to saying that their child,
Who the hell thought Foamy was supposed to be a good?
I guess what other child wanted to, thought Jermaine or Foamy was a good role model. I forget which character. Oh, I think Foamy was supposed to be the good role model in this.
No.
And he even wrote back saying that cartoon characters are not role models. They're not supposed to be role models.
Fucking asshole. Low sweep. I hate Mr. X. See, it's, again, not even a long game, but he's a dick. My hands are sweating so bad. Feel that.
I think we're done.
No, we are not done.
I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours.
2 hours later.
Fuck.
It only takes like a minute for each floor. I've heard, like, things on the internet of parents telling their kids that, you know, like, the garbage man is a good hero because, you know, what do you do without him?
It's a shitty job, but it pays good.
Hey, what do you do without him, though? Who's gonna collect your garbage and get it out of here?
Same thing with plumbing. Who else
Yeah.
is gonna deal with your shit?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, heroes don't even have to do fancy jobs.
Fishermen can be heroes.
Yeah.
Without fishermen, we wouldn't have.
Farmer.
I would say most of our seafood, but then again, most of our seafood is farm raised. They have no flavor.
And farmers, for example, they could be considered heroes because of what they do.
I grow one plant called corn, and almost everything we do is derived from corn between plastic and gasoline.
Yes. See, so
It's made from fucking corn.
so farmers are the heroes. But I would say definitely when it comes to you know, sports athletes, though, even a certain amount of them can't really be heroes just because of the steroids and all that stuff.
Oh, It's like certain celebrities aren't good role models, certain pop stars are not.
I'll admit
Paris Hilton.
Ugh, no. Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, Britney Spears and then a good
Britney Spears used to be fine, but then
I wouldn't even say Taylor Swift is a good role model either. She had success, yes, and then she
success writing about all her breakups.
that's what I was getting at. She kind of turned in, not so much as a femme fatale kind of thing, but all she does is breakup songs with a generic pop beat. And everybody's like, oh, they're so awesome. And I'm just like...
No, they're not. I'll admit, in no irony and not ashamed by this whatsoever, when I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was one of my heroes.
I'd rather listen to Spice Girls.
I
fucking love the Spice Girls.
God.
That was my jam when I was a child.
Get out of here. No.
I had one CD. It had all of 6 songs on it.
Did you have the game?
No.
We should play that.
And I say 6 songs because actually technically there was only 3 songs and the other 3 were just recorded little inserts, preludes that go into the next song.
The only ones I knew of were...
I think I had like the Spice Girls best hits or something.
I knew If You Want to Be My Lover. And what was it? Spice Up Your Life?
There's Spice Up Your Life.
If You Want to Be My...
Baby Spice sung a version of Lollipop.
Oh dear.
That was really good. Really cute.
Yeah, was she in pigtails with a lollipop in her mouth?
On a boat.
I think I might have seen that, because I remember that.
And the whole time she's, licking and eating the lollipop while singing Lollipop. So.
Because of course she is.
Posh was kind of like the ritzy. I forget the one with the glasses. I forget her name. She's the tall one.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Baby Spice, but I didn't really like her that much. I don't know why. Sporty was my favorite because I remember because I had a little action figure and I actually had a Barbie doll of Baby Spice. I'm not Baby Spice, Sporty Spice at one point. Well, I had Baby Spice 2 as the doll, but that's the only 2 I had.
Wasn't there a Scary Spice?
They made dolls of all of them.
No, but there was so Sporty, Posh, Ginger, Scary, and Baby.
Yeah.
I believe we had this conversation like a few weeks ago, so we remembered because I think it was Scary who we forgot about.
Yeah.
Damn, little fucking douchebag gnomes. Quit jumping on my head. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Run!
Well, here's another pop band nobody remembers. Anybody remember Bewitched?
Yeah, they did. They actually did a song on the Pokemon movie
I had
soundtrack.
2 CDs from Bewitched and I liked them. Same thing with Aqua. I like pretty much anything by Aqua.
Come on!
Because again, that was a set of songs I had when I was
in
high school.
Damn it!
Ah!
Fucking asshole!
Ah!
I hate you. By the way, you say you're not going to be here all day. It took us 5 minutes to get back here.
I'm gonna be here all day.
Yeah, well, if I keep dying to him, maybe. I'm losing my shit, man. Get away! Damn it!
You should know every time he squats, he's gonna do
But
a low kick.
the problem is he squats and then kicks like right away. You get no reaction time on that. Motherfucker! What the? That was fucking...
You glitched it! He was like trying to hit you in the head with it.
Yeah, but the problem was I was stuck too! What is it with all these weird glitches that keep happening? First Kid Icarus and now this. Like, a lot of bands I probably only heard...
I think they don't make music anymore.
I don't know. I mean, that soundtrack...
A lot of bands from my teenagehood don't make music anymore.
The only one who did up until recently was Linkin Park.
They still do. The Slurp still does.
Well, they haven't made music since One More Light, I believe. I think they just did concerts.
They're touring.
Yeah, see, they're touring, but I don't know when or if they're going to make another.
They did that. They did the Chester Memorial concert. I think that was in New York.
They had a bunch of bands there for that.
Yeah, they almost got everybody to
wow.
do it.
Well, yeah, because he was definitely a really...
And, I forget where it is, but somebody painted, like, a 50-foot mural of Chester on the side of a building.
Oh, nice. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading about that. That was tough.
But I do know at that memorial concert, all the money went to his wife and his kids.
Oh, wow.
For the funeral arrangements.
Well, then that shows the character of all the people who were there. And you know they must have raised a lot of money.
I think, yeah, like the ticket sales, I think, went straight to the family.
But they must have raised
and I think some went straight to the family and some went to his wife, who already set up a PTSD research.
Oh, for some research.
It's like research and helpline. She already had it, and I think half of the other money went to that. To help that charity.
Oh, nice.
And encourage other people to speak up.
Well, that's pretty cool. So either way, a lot of good came from that concert.
Yeah, sure. He's got a charity in his name too.
Oh, for people battling PTSD.
PTSD and depression.
Oh, nice.
It's another one of those free hotlines you can call.
See, now you want to talk about people who...
If you think your thing's getting out of control or you need help or whatever, then they hook you up with their services, or they'll find other services for you. So...
See, you want to talk about people who are good role models and heroes and all that. Even in death, he's still a good role model.
Mike Shinoda has... I think he's the one who has the degree as a lawyer.
What? Huh.
One of them has a lawyer degree from the University of Arizona, and one of them left that career behind to pursue music. And they said that, you know, why would you throw away a substantial law degree just because he wants to go rap?
Because
make his own music.
He's making a shit ton of money doing it, so...
Yeah.
I think he's making more money doing this than he would have. Damn it, you motherfucker!
It's in a CD book.
It's like I'm trying to bait
this... That explains that.
It's like I'm trying to bait this asshole out, because when he low kicks, I'm gonna get him on the upswing.
I would say Marilyn Manson's a good role model.
Which is surprising!
Everyone says no because of his eclectic choices and his overall appearance, but... It's funny because Marilyn Manson in normal day clothes doesn't even look like he does in the music videos.
Well, no, I mean...
You know, he wears black and shit, but he doesn't go with the full body, whole makeup, and the two-tone contact. It's a gimmick, is what it is.
It's a character!
Yeah. But when he's making a music video, then he goes into character.
Like, people can be the exact...
But he came from a very shit childhood to being raped... And to using that anger he had towards his rapist to birth the Marilyn Manson character.
I didn't know that happened.
Which is a combination of Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson. Hence the name Marilyn Manson. But yeah, that was his character and it helped his music. But his music came out about the time when that kind of music wasn't considered safe, and everybody was like, you know, oh, he looks like the devil, you know, he's encouraging kids to...
Damn it, you motherfucker!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but people, you know, they can be the exact... I'm sure, like, if you see Lady Gaga without the gimmick, she looks normal.
It's funny because Lady Gaga also took inspiration from Marilyn Manson.
That I can see. I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, I would consider him a good role model because he came from shit to becoming almost, I would say, an industry icon for rebellious music. Not so much as, you know, let's kill your parents or anything like that. Rebellious as in he broke a lot of the music norms.
Damn it.
So... Same thing with, like, Ozzy Osbourne. He's done a lot, too. Alice Cooper did a lot. Minus the drug, sex, and alcohol, but
Yes!
Finally.
Because I saw what I had to do. I had to bait him out and then do the exact same move that he did. The punches I couldn't do.
I can't tell if you're hugging her or raping her.
Probably both. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're
Thomas.
raping her. There's hearts on the...
But
Yeah.
her happiness does not continue long.
Why, did she get captured again?
No happy ending. Oh my god. Yeah, see, and you have to start over, and it's...
She got captured again by the same villain, she said.
In the same tower, after we defeated him.
I just leave her there and be like, bye.
Go find someone else.
Right?
Motherfuckers! I beat him too! Look, he's falling off the screen and dying. Although that same shit happened when I was playing the Batman game for Game Boy. I killed Joker, but then I died in the same breath.
It don't count.
I'm like, fuck you. No, but I killed him! I killed him
If we kill each other, it don't count.
But it counts for him.
Because he's the villain.
If you kill each other, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
over.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, it's like the old Looney Tunes cartoon when Daffy blows himself up and Bugs is like...
Oh, when they're arguing with the rifle.
The people loved it, Daffy, but the problem is I can only do it once.
I like the one where they're fighting over the hunting season.
Rabbit season, duck season, fire!
Confuses the fuck out of him, and then Daffy goes crazy and just wants to be, just shoot me, I love it. He just snaps.
Shoot me again! It's Fiddler Crab season.
Fiddler Crab. Look, I'm a Fiddler Crab. I'm like, what the fuck? Not many people know what a Fiddler Crab is.
No, but that's how much he's lost his mind.
That's funny as shit.
Oh my god. Old Looney Tunes was so good, and even new Looney Tunes was really well done.
I like all the controversial ones, because they're just as funny, too, because...
It's funny, we didn't even see all the truly controversial ones, because there's been quite a few banned episodes, too.
There's also, there's a banned Droopy cartoon, because when Droopy was first on the scene, he didn't start as depressed.
Oh, really?
Like people remember. The very first pilot for Snoopy the dog, we see was a dog who was a chronic smoker.
What?
Hence the droopiness. He always had a cigarette in his mouth.
Guy's like,
yeah.
Guy's like, fuck you, get there. And he smiled the entire time he punched me, too.
But no.
Okay, now I think we're done. Nah, advertising was certainly weird in cartoons, though.
Well, that's because back then, cartoons, they wanted to make them for...
adults.
They started off as adults first. They didn't think kids would be into it. There were no cartoons for kids. There were radio shows, and later live action, like Cowboy, like Cops and Robert kind of thing. For kids, kind of like mystery, mystery shows for kids.
So, Tom and Jerry was considered more of an adult.
It was supposed to be for adults. Because adults would understand the humor and shit in the background. Same thing when Looney Tunes was first on the scene. That was only supposed to be for adults.
And yet it's funny, Tom and Jerry is,
But since it aired early in the morning when kids are usually up, kids started watching Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes, and they fell in love with it.
And it's funny.
Same thing with adults. It was something they could watch together because parents would understand the adult jokes in it, and kids would just understand the colorful characters doing funny things.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you and I saw in Tom and Jerry and stuff like that when we were a kid, was all the needless, senseless violence that went on. Even, like, the adult jokes were definitely over our heads, I'm sure, but no, I mean, the show had something for everyone.
I would say since Looney Tunes was on scene, that kind of grew more into people thinking of more cartoons to do, and more cartoons derived towards kids instead of adults.
Well, I mean, okay, I think Disney was always more kids first. Like, their stuff was a lot more safe, like...
Yeah, but I'm saying this is before Disney had their own
Disney was
Mickey Mouse cartoons and stuff.
Well, Disney was before Looney Tunes.
Still. Same thing with Texas Avery's Ralph Wolf character.
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to be for adults only because...
Was that the one where he was hitting on the singer at the club or something?
That was the one most people remember. His first actual outing an old cartoon featuring the three little pigs.
Oh, I think.
However, Ralph Wolf wasn't called Ralph Wolf. He was just called Wolf with an E at the end.
Was that the one where he disguises himself as a Jewish man to try and get into the brick house?
No, this is one where his name was Wolf, and he had the spitting image of Hitler.
Ooh.
With the swastika and everything. The three little pigs were supposed to represent...
Holocaust survivor? Like,
no. America.
Oh.
Three little soldier pigs. And they're defending against Ralph Wolf, who wants to kill and eat them. That was the cartoon. But because it had an adult theme of the war and shit like that, later, his next outing was, I think, the one where everybody remembers where he was trying to get the beautiful singer.
Yeah, that one I remember.
Trying to hit on, he couldn't control himself.
And his friend was keeping him held back.
Yeah, trying to tell him to cool it down, and he just went ape shit and just starts trying to kidnap her. And
doesn't his friend end up going ape shit at the end?
Yeah, and then it's kind of like a reverse. First thing, and then she ends up going with nobody. I think she ends up with Droopy the dog at the end.
Huh, I do not remember that.
Because that was almost like a running gag they started, where Droopy would always end up with the hot woman. At the end, all of it. Like Tweety Bird, for example, she was naked when...
We can't have that, so just put feathers on it, it'll be fine.
So... I mean, technically, they classified it as not really naked, because A, it's a cartoon, it's supposed to be...
It's a bird anyway.
A bird, when it's born, doesn't have any feathers. It's got pink skin. It's practically naked.
But then I guess as Tweety got older in the animated world, the feathers came in.
Well, so then, the reps... of the company who was funding the Tweety Bird cartoons, they loved the concept of Tweety, but they said, hey, you have to put clothes on it.
They loved the concept of Tweety and how... Tweety was a...
Tweety tormenting the cat, they loved it.
Tweety was a jerk.
Tweety's an ass.
I know. Well, you remember Tweety's first outing with the two cats who were trying to get up into his nest?
Which also later evolved into Sylvester with the same tomcat look. The white and the black tomcat, so...
Yeah, I remember that. Those old cartoons were so much fun. I don't think we're ever going to have stuff like that ever again.
Bugs Bunny, his character evolved into the wise ass.
Yeah.
The wisecracker, you know.
Yeah, he definitely had some good character evolution. I think in modern day...
Then he started doing... Because when the first Bugs Bunny character came about, he didn't always have the carrot.
Yeah.
That came after, where he did the whole carrot and his catchphrase. What's up, Doc?
I would think my favorite modern day character has to be Lola, though. She's like the best evolved character ever since she came out. Because remember, in Space Jam, she had no character.
Well, that's because she was just a character that just came from Space Jam. She didn't have a character in the Looney Tunes universe.
Well, I mean,
she didn't exist.
Well, in the movie, she didn't even have a character. She was just...
No, but I'm saying, she was just created purposely for the movie because, hey, they wanted somebody for Bugs to fall in love with, and then they put a female rabbit in there.
Yeah, and that's all that she was. But then when we get to, the new Looney Tunes...
New Looney Tunes universe wanted to tie Lola into it, even though technically Lola doesn't exist in the original.
No, but this stuff didn't matter anyways, because everything was, it didn't really tie to the continuity of the original anyways, so...
They just gave her the crazy girl friend vibe.
She was psychotic.
So,
and like I said,
she's the next thing, and then she's unstable the next.
She's my favorite character because of that.
And she's kind of stupid.
Yeah, kind of.
And that falls from her insanely rich parents, who are also not the brightest.
No.
Rabbits in the bunch.
Not in the slightest. Then again, you hate everything we play. You hate your games.
See? It's not just yours. I'm going to dread.
Ah!
I'm gonna dread, I'm gonna love it at the same time.
Yeah, from what you've been telling me, I'm starting to dread it a little bit.
Because there are the two worlds that are my favorite is the Undying City and the Vampire World. They're not called vampires, they're called wraiths, but it's the same fucking thing. They're personified as vampires, but they're called wraiths. It's Wraith Lord.
Oh.
So
weird.
Yeah, but they drink blood and shit. Like vampires, only in this universe they're called wraiths.
That makes no sense.
It's the same thing. That's why I said Vampire World.
And all these water purifier things and all that quest, that's just her world.
That's just her world. You have to fix it.
And do you have to fix all
Most of these worlds, you have to go there and fix something for them.
Oh.
The first world, which is a race of what I would... The only thing similar I can tell you is that they're like Jeets from Skyrim. They're cat people.
Oh, neat.
But they're not like slim, they're big, beefy cat people.
Huh.
They're cat people with abs.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they jump high and they're extremely powerful, but in this world,
So
this
like
is the first world you arrive in, but later you find out your little friend, who's the golem dude, suggests you meet this husband who tells you to go meet the queen, so you would get her blessing, her spirit, to give you a form so you can survive. Later, you find out that the queen in current power is not the real queen. It's a fucking shapeshifter.
It's a neat one.
Who took the role of the queen, which she's actually evil spirit that you have to kill. She has a real queen kidnapped.
Oh.
But she's using her beauty to brain control the husband, so he's telling his race to gear up for war to help this evil dude.
Ah.
Yeah, you end up stopping her by killing her. I think you throw her off a balcony, which is funny.
Huh, of course.
I think you throw her off or she falls off, I don't remember. You don't save the husband, he died, the evil queen killed him. In the end, or something like that. But yeah. That's that world. The second world is the water one. The third world is the vampire world, where you have to basically stop the king and queen from using this machine who drains all the blood out of humans.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They're taking humans out of the real world and draining their blood to provide food for the army.
Oh.
Is what they're doing. You eventually have to stop them.
Yeah. But hey, like you said, I think we're done here. I cleared it twice, and then on the third one, it just got fucking psychotic. That dude was throwing knives seemingly at like triple the speed. They were flying at you.
I think you like the vampire world.
Yeah, I can't wait till we try that out. But yeah, this game though.
'Cause there's also a sad little girl in there too, who is the daughter.
But this
of
game,
the
this game
royal
though,
family.
this game gets psychotic the further, like the more amount of plays you did. Because I don't know if you noticed the first boss, but he just started walloping the shit out of me with his fucking stick.
Yep.
But no, I still like this game, and yeah, definitely can't wait till we try out Primal one of these days. Because you have me worried from everything you've told me about this.
My only faux pas is that there's not enough energy crystals to keep your form up, and you want to use your form in combat because that's the strongest. I know she gets a dagger, but that's the only weapon she gets in the whole fucking game.
Wow.
Is a dagger.
And so
And she sucks without taking the form of one of these other little races.
basically taking one of the bestial forms.
The only one you can't use is the Undyne because that's for underwater only. You can't breathe on the surface while you're in the Undyne. But as a human form, you can't enter deep water because you're human and you can't breathe and you suck.
Yeah.
So, that's that.
Well, we'll find out when we get there. But no, I know you didn't like this one though, but
No.
I still do, and it's still fun. It gets, at least they make it a lot harder when you go on too. But yeah, other than that, there's really no point to beating it more than once. But no, I still enjoy it.